I am always looking for my next food adventure, and I will go anywhere to find it. Sometimes that is the other side of the world, but today it is very close to home in the city of Melbourne at Lello Pasta Bar, where Leonardo Gelsomino creates su Filindeu. It's the world's rarest pasta, the secret known only to a few grandmothers in Sardinia, but Leo has found out all about it and he's going to make it for us today. Let's find out more.
My name's Leonardo Gelsomino. I'm from Lello Pasta Bar, and I've been making pasta for 20 years. And su Filindeu just shows that I know nothing. Filindeu translates to threads of God. It's one of the rarest pasta in the world. It's over 300 years old. Filindeu is made out of semolina, water and salt, and a lot of emotion. Well, the legend goes that a young boy, Francesco, who was wrongly convicted of murder. He went to a cave to hide for 2 years, and then he was urged to come out, and then they found him that he was innocent. Where he hid, it became a sanctuary, and twice a year, people from Sardinia start a march from the cave to the church, which is 33 k's. On arrival to the church, they serve up the Filindeu. The miracle of his innocence is represented by this miraculous pasta. I watched this Paola Briini on YouTube making this pasta, and I thought, oh my God, how come no one else knows how to make this? And having a pasta by myself, I thought this has to be the pinnacle of artisan pasta making. So I became a little bit obsessed. I contacted Paola Briini personally, and I phoned her and she said, look, I can only teach my daughter. Only women can, make this pasta, and it stays in the family. It's been protected for, hundreds of years, and you have to be Sardinian. And I almost gave up. About 2 years later, there was an organisation called the Matriarche della Cucina. We're considering to teach the Filindeu one time only by a custodian of this pasta. I was accepted, and I went over, and I was taught how to make it. We were in this beautiful old bluestone house. Fire roaring, a lot of people, a lot of Italians around, and there was 6 students there. There's no recipes. It's like add the semolina, add the water, and start. And you just watch me, and I was able to learn. Some of the older people, they don't want to share these traditions, but the younger people are finding that if we don't, sooner or later we're going to lose them. When I got there, I realised that one of the ladies turned around to look at me was the lady who said no at the start, and it was great because she was a lovely person, and became good friends. Learning to make Filindeu and being one of the few people who know how to make it, I think maybe the only one in Australia who knows how to make this pasta, I think it's an amazing thing to have, to be able to do. There's no recipe, and if you don't have intent, you won't make it. So you need to have intent to do it, otherwise it just won't come out. What I mean by intent is that you really need to fill the dough, and you really have to get yourself involved into it, have all your senses on so you don't make a mistake. It's flour and water, but it's the level of the balance. If you don't get it right, you can't pull it. What you start to do, you get a little piece of dough and you start to knead it to make it a little bit elastic, right? And then you add water, just cold water, to make it more elastic and to get the right feel and the texture. Then you need to give your own personal energy to be able to pull the dough. The dough you make is personalised. So your dough might not work for me, and my dough might not work for you. I form a loop on my hand, and I pull and fold over, pull and fold over, pull and fold over. I do that 7 to 8 times. The more skilled you are, the more threads you can pull. The fine threads are pulled over a disc in 3 layers. Then it gets dried in the sun, and then they're broken into shards and cooked in a mutton broth with fresh pecorino cheese. What I love about this dish, after all the time and care we put in to make it, in the end it's a very humble, simple dish, and that's almost what's so special about it.